fielder number 28, Tyler Gentry from Alabama.
From Spillane Field in Wareham, Massachusetts, opening day in the Cape Cod Baseball League is a swing and a miss by Tyler Gentry there. Sorry for the late start, the technical difficulties. We've had a whirlwind of technical difficulties up here in the press box. Still working out the kinks here on opening day as Elder deals, and that one's chopped found on the third baseline. 0-2. So just to get you caught up on where we are right now, luckily we only missed two batters. Kobe Boulware, the leadoff hitter for Brewster, grounded out right back to the pitcher, Elder. And now a swing and a foul tip on a curveball from Elder. Count stays 0-2 to Gentry. And then Damon Dews, the shortstop tonight for Brewster, struck out swinging. So Elder's off to a nice start and an 0-2 count on Gentry. The pitch to the righty. Swing and a miss on a ball in the dirt. Guangareno will throw down to first, and that'll do it. 1-2-3 inning for Elder to start this season. Well, we'll get into a little bit more when we come back for the bottom of the first. No score between Brewster and Wareham. We'll be right back on the Gatemen Baseball Network.
The 80 Makepeace Company also owns and operates Green Custom Soils, the area's leading manufacturer of custom soils, including CU structural soil and Rootlight certified green roof media. Green Custom Soils is also a manufacturer and distributor.
No score. We head to the bottom of the first. Opening day. 2019 Cape Cod Baseball League. Gabe Genovese here with you alongside Jonah Karp will be your broadcasters for this 2019 season here on the Gatemen Baseball Network. Once again, we apologize for the technical difficulties at the beginning of this ball game. Unfortunately, we're just working with one webcam tonight. I promise you, as we kind of get in the swing of things throughout this first week, we'll eventually be working with a 3, 4, 5 camera setup, and we'll get these games to you in a little better fashion. But we're working with what we've got tonight. And Bryce Elder, the starting pitcher for Wareham, set down Brewster 1-2-3 in the top of the first. Wareham to bat for the first time this season in the bottom of the first. Let's give you the starting nine tonight for the Wareham Gatemen. It'll be Matthew Rudick to lead it off. Jacob Teeter bats second. Mike Antico hitting third for Wareham. In the cleanup spot, the catcher, Cam Guangarena, DJ Poteet bats fifth. Chad Stevens hitting in the sixth hole. Quentin Selma hits seventh. Sam Wesniak and Darren Baker rounded out at 8-9. Starting pitcher tonight for Brewster, Cam Tringali from South Carolina. First pitch to the lefty, Rudick. Misses low and outside, 1-0. Rudick, 5'9", 170 pound. Sophomore, just finished up his sophomore campaign from San Diego State University. 1-0, misses outside once again, 2-0 to the lefty.
Tringali struggled a little bit in his redshirt freshman season at the University of South Carolina this past year. An ERA just a tick under 5, 4.99 he clocked in at right around 66 innings pitched this year.
The righty sets at the belt and deals the 2-0. Fastball misses just off the outside edge once again, 3-0, and this is the exact opposite of what we saw from Bryce Elder in the top of the first.
Yeah.
Elder got a one pitch out to start and then a couple of strikeouts to take care of Brewster. Rudick the lefty, Tringali the righty. You just said it, my friend. Struggled a little bit at South Carolina this past school year, and that one misses inside, ball 4. So Matthew Rudick on for the first time as a Gateman, first base runner of the season for Wareham, and that'll bring up Jacob Teeter.
Nice to see we're not the only one working out kinks opening day.
There we go. Teeter, 6'6", 230-pound sophomore from Florida Southern. Playing first base tonight for Wareham. And we'll go ahead and let's take it around the diamond for the Brewster Whitecaps as well. We set it on the mound. Cam Tringali doing the catching for him. Joshua Crouch. As Tringali sets and checks Rudick over at first base. And now the first pitch to Teeter. Right down Main Street, 0-1. Take it around the infield. Dominic Toso at the hot corner. Damon Dews on that left side of the infield for Brewster over at shortstop. Kobe Bulware at second base. Eric Fago at first. Out on the outfield grass, Noah Dickerson in left field. Brennan Reback in center. Tyler Gentry over and right. The 0-1. Off speed, misses just outside. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Walks a bit of an issue this season for Tringali. 20 walks in the 66 innings he pitched, but he did strike out a decent amount of batters. 59 strikeouts, average about a strikeout per inning.
Throw over to first. Rudick dives back safely. A battle of the last 2 champions in the Cape Cod Baseball League tonight, 2019 opening day. Brewster took it in 2017, won the whole thing. That was their first title since 2000. They've won it 3 times as a program. The pitch. Skied into medium depth left field. Noah Dickerson settles under it, makes the grab over his left shoulder. 1 away. And then, of course, last summer, Gatemen fans aren't going to forget that one. 2018 champions, the Wareham Gatemen. The quest for back-to-back titles starts tonight. Looking to go back-to-back for the first time since 2001, 2002. That was the 8th time in Gatemen history that Wareham won it all. And it wasn't just a lucky postseason run either. The Gatemen entered that 2018 postseason as the 1 seed, finished first in the West. First pitch now to the lefty Mike Antico, fouled off right by us. 0-1. You jumped a little bit there.
I've been known to be a bit of a flincher.
Luckily here at Spillane Field, we don't have to worry about any quick reactions or anything like that. We're fenced in.
That's right. My reaction time is not up to par yet, so good thing we have the fencing here.
The 0-1. Ooh, just misses inside.
Talking about that championship season a year ago, Gabe, a good thing to have when you're on a quest for back-to-back titles is familiarity, and the Gatemen certainly do have that, but not exactly the familiarity they want. They have a returning manager, Jerry Weinstein, but he took a couple of years off. This is his first season back in 3 years.
1-1. Curveball misses just outside. 2 balls and a strike as Tringali continues to struggle to find the strike zone. You said it, no returning players from that 2018 squad this season for Wareham, which you like to see. It doesn't happen often, but you sometimes like to get a couple. 2-1 pitch. Bunt shown, pulled back, a strike right down the heart of the plate. 2-2 to Mike Antico. But you said it, Jerry Weinstein makes his way back, his second stint as the Gatemen manager. In 2016, the Gatemen went 25-15-4. They lost in the first round of the playoffs that season. Weinstein hoping for a little bit of a better year this year. The 2-2, swing and a miss, strike 3 up high. Blew it right by him, 2 down here in the first.
Matt Rudick standing on first base. Looked like he was about to run. It looked like there was a hit and run play potentially. Rudick does have a little bit of speed, but he wasn't so fortunate this past season. 6 of 12 in stolen base opportunities. So he likes to run, but doesn't always work out for him.
And steps the cleanup hitter, Cam Guangarena. Catching tonight for Wareham. Throw over to first. Rudick dives back safely. Wouldn't be surprised to see him take off here, try to get a runner in scoring position with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. Longarena just finished up his freshman campaign at Cal State Fullerton. The pitch, chopped towards short. Dews takes it on a couple of hops, throws to second in time. And after the leadoff walk by Rudick, the Gatemen go down in order. No score through 1. We'll finally give you the 9 for the Gatemen in the field when we come back. We head to the top of the second on the Gatemen Baseball Network. No score.
There will also be an autograph session and a large merchandise village with items from many of the teams. Be sure to buy your tickets now right here at the merchandise stand. Tickets are just $5 and part of the proceeds will support our Wareham Gatemen. Stop by the Ansel S. Gurney House where you will find a unique shopping and dining experience. Whether shopping for a special occasion or just to treat yourself, you'll find what you're looking for in one of the 11 themed rooms. There's also a cafe serving fresh homemade lunches overlooking the extensive gardens. The Ansel S. Gurney House is located at 403 County Road in Marion. For a nostalgic Cape Cod vacation experience, head to Bay Motor Inn, where guests are treated like family. Located in the heart of Buzzards Bay Village, this 1950-style cottage colony still provides you with up-to-date amenities. The Gatemen thank the Bay Motor Inn for their support.
The designated hitter, number 53, TJ Colette from Kentucky.
We head to the top of the second here on the Gatemen Baseball Network. No score between the Wareham Gatemen and the Brewster Whitecaps. Opening day here in 2019. First pitch to TJ Collette misses just high and away. 1-0. Collette, Eric Fago, Noah Dickerson. 4, 5, 6 due up here in the second for Brewster. And, well, let's introduce Bryce Elder. The 1-0. Misses down low, 2-0. As once again, we apologize for those technical difficulties early on, but Elder is your starter tonight for Wareham. 6'2", 225-pound sophomore from Texas as a swing and a miss on an off-speed pitch there on 2-0. 2-1. Elder just finished up his sophomore campaign. 13 starts for the Longhorns. The record doesn't show how good he actually was. 2-4 this past season as the 2-1 misses just outside. 3-1. 2-4 with a 2.93 ERA. He didn't get that run support that he needed on quite a few occasions, as that one's skied high and fairly deep to right center. Rudick ranges back and makes the grab on the track. 1 away. TJ Collett came about 6-7 feet from a home run there.
The first baseman, number 50, Eric Fago.
And that'll bring up Eric Fago for the Brewster Whitecaps. Just to continue on Elder, he was second team All Big 12 this past season. Opponents only hit .233 against the righty as the off-speed pitch misses down low. 1-0.
Bryce Elder. Oh, no, go ahead.
Fago, first baseman tonight for Brewster. 1-0 misses just inside. 2-0.
Bryce Elder has a pretty interesting story playing at UT Austin now, but that wasn't always the case.
2-0 pitch, chopped toward third, fielded on a short hop by Stevens. Throw to first in time. Pretty play by Chad Stevens over there at the hot corner. 2 away.
Bryce Elder actually didn't have any offers when he was about to graduate high school. And so his plan was to play at JUCO. But then things started going right for him at the right time. He threw 3 consecutive no-hitters, including 2 in the postseason. Gets a call from UT Austin, says, hey, we want you to pitch for us.
Yeah, that's not too bad, is it? The first pitch fouled off back in to the, it's not a netting, it's more of a caging into the metal.
Wiring?
Yeah, metal wiring. There we go.
Fencing?
By Noah Dickerson, and now the 0-1 misses down low. 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 down, top of the second, no score between the Wareham Gatemen and Brewster Whitecaps. 1-1, misses down low, 2 balls and a strike. And I know it's been a while. You normally don't go back to high school stats a lot when you're heading into your junior year of college, but just to finish up your point, 2-1 pitch right down the heart of the plate, 2-2. He didn't have any offers. He goes his senior season 7-2 with a 0.6 ERA. As the 2-2 curveball catches the outside corner, strike 3, froze him. Noah Dickerson, that bat didn't leave his shoulder. 1-2-3 once again for Elder in the second. We head to the bottom half of the second inning. No score between Wareham and Brewster. We'll be right back in the Gatemen Baseball Network.
Point Golf Club offers a unique collection of 18 championship golf holes, a beautiful banquet facility, and a clubhouse that has a fully stocked pro shop. The Bay Point Grow is a perfect place to grab a meal or watch a game. The course is located off Onset Avenue in Buzzards Bay. The Gatemen thank you for your support. The Bay Point Golf Club offers a unique collection of 18 championship golf holes, a beautiful banquet facility, and a clubhouse that has a fully stocked pro shop. Is a perfect place to grab a meal or watch a game. The course is located off Onset Avenue in Buzzards Bay. The Gatemen thank you for your support. The Bay Point Golf Club.
No score, bottom 2 here at Spillane Field. Wareham got their leadoff runner on in the bottom of the first inning, but went down 1-2-3. After that, Bryce Elder pitching a couple of innings of great baseball so far. 6 up, 6 down for Brewster. But for the Gatemen, it'll be DJ Poteet, Chad Stevens, and Quentin Selma, 5, 6, 7. For Wareham due up here in the second inning. Cam Tringale back out for his second inning of work. First pitch to the lefty. Low and inside, 1-0.
DJ Poteet is going to be a birthday boy on Wednesday, turning 21 on June 12th.
Not a bad birthday.
No, it is not.
Poteet, 6'4", 205-pound sophomore, will just finished up his sophomore campaign at Wake Forest. Fastball catches the outside edge there, 1-1. Poteet, not the sophomore campaign he was looking for, hit just 199 for the Demon Deacons. Did have an on-base percentage of .317 due to 28 walks. 1-1. Breaking ball misses outside, 2-1.
But DJ is an outstanding center fielder. He's an outstanding defensive player in general. He's got, it's hard to say he's got Gold Glove caliber skills, but, I wouldn't put it past him. He had a perfect fielding percentage this past season.
No errors as a sophomore at the 2-1. He chops that one fair down the first base line. He broke his bat. He didn't even realize that ball was in fair territory, and that's going to be an easy out. 1 down here in the second.
The bat just splintered right at the handle. And DJ was looking down inside the batter's box, didn't know where the ball went.
Just to finish up your point on Poteet, though, only 1 error his freshman year as well. So 2 years of baseball in the ACC at Wake Forest, 1 error out in center field. He tracks down almost everything. And that'll bring up Chad Stevens for Wareham. Stevens bats from the right side, just finished up his sophomore year at Portland, University of Portland. First pitch to him, chopped right back up the middle. Fielded by the shortstop, Dews. Fires to first in time. Pretty play by Damon Dews over there at shortstop. 2 away here in the second.
Talking about great defense. How about that from Damon Dews? Not an easy play. A high chopper toward the center of the diamond, and Dews ranging wide over to his left to pick that up.
2 down, bottom of the second inning. No score between the Gatemen and the Whitecaps. 2019 opening day here in the Cape Cod Baseball League. Dude's over there at short, by the way. Sophomore from Wright State University in Ohio. Now first pitch to the lefty, Selma. Off speed, chopped off his ankle, foul. 0-1. Selma DHing tonight for Wareham. Actually just got here a couple of days ago.
He had a long night on Saturday, and while we're on the birthday theme, he turned 21 on Saturday. Not the way you want to spend your birthday.
The 0-1, swing and a miss, 0-2. Yeah, Selma plays over at Cal with the Golden Bears, and he's from California as well, Clovis, California native. And, well, yeah, let's just say he had a few flights to get here. He's down 0-2, trying to keep the inning alive for the Gatemen. The 0-2 from Tringali. Swing and a miss, strike three. Fastball on the inside corner. And the Gatemen go down 1-2-3 in the second. No score. We head to the top of the third here at Spillane Field. We'll be right back on the Gatemen Baseball Network.
Salmon Surf Mini Golf for Two, a Gone Country gift certificate, American Cafe gift certificate, Highline Harbor Cruise in Hyannis, Highline Town Cruise for Two, Pawtucket Red Sox general admission seats, Pawtucket Red Sox box seats, and of course the grand prize half of the raffle's earnings. Tickets tonight will be sold by Gateman pitchers Nick Richmond and Landon Root, and they'll be joined by Gateman interns Jessica and Sierra. Take a chance, support the Gatemen, and win some great prizes in tonight's 50-50 raffle.
We head to the top of the third here at Spillane Field. No score between the Gatemen and the Whitecaps. As the first pitch to Dominic Tosos popped up on the infield. Right side of the infield, Baker settles under it, makes the grab over at second base. One away, one pitch, one out for Bryce Elder, who continues to cruise through this ball game. 7 up, 7 down thus far for Elder on the mound for the Gatemen, and Joshua Crouch now steps to the plate for Brewster. 7-8-9 due up for Brewster here in the third. It was Toso and then Joshua Crouch, and now Joshua Crouch, and then Brennan Reback, the 9-hole, will round it out for Brewster. First pitch to the righty, Crouch. Fastball chopped down the third base line, and no call right now. Now they're going to say it hit the ankle of Crouch. 0-1. And once again, we apologize for the technical difficulties tonight. We are running through a laptop webcam tonight. As we were working for 5-6 hours trying to get our normal setup to go. A 1 pitch, a breaking ball down low, 1-1, and it just wasn't happening for us tonight.
Just wasn't in the cards, but we have a wonderful production staff that was working their hardest and trying to get us on the air like we usually are.
1-1, foul tipped back into the glove of Guangarena. 1-2.
By the way, if you have the last name Crouch and you play baseball, catcher's a pretty good position.
That's not a bad position. Hard ground ball towards short now. Wesniak scoops, throws, and it's dug out of the dirt by Jacob Teeter over there at first base, 2 away. And due to the technical difficulties and the quickness of Bryce Elder, we haven't got a chance to go around the diamond yet for Wareham, so let's do that real quick. We've mentioned Elder on the mound, Cam Guangarena behind the dish. Chad Stevens over at the hot corner, Sam Wesniak at shortstop on the left side of the infield. First pitch, a bunt showed and whiffed at by Brennan Reback, 0-1. Darren Baker over at second, Jacob Teeter at first base for Wareham. As Elder quickly working the 0-1, swing and a miss on a fastball outside, 0-2. Mike Antico, Matthew Rudick, and DJ Poteet from left to right in the outfield for the Gatemen on opening day. Elder working quickly. The 0-2 to the lefty, Reback up high and away, 1-2. Reback, center fielder, transferring this upcoming season. 1-2 pitch curveball just misses. Elder started making his way to the dugout. Missed just outside, and the count's even at 2-2.
Tough pitch to take for Reback.
2-2, swing and a miss on a curveball. It's got that 12-6 action, and Elder's in a groove through 3. 4 strikeouts, 9 up, 9 down for the Texas Longhorn, Bryce Elder. We head to the bottom of the third. No score between the Gatemen and the Whitecaps. You're listening to Wareham Gatemen Baseball on the Gatemen Baseball Network.
Urgent care is now available at 4 Cape Cod healthcare locations: Hyannis, Falmouth, Sandwich, and Harwich. Open after hours and weekends. Staffed by ER physicians. Expert care when you need it. Learn more at capecodhealthcare.org/urgent care.
The shortstop, number 15, Sam Wesnia.
To the bottom of the third we go here on opening day. Brought to you by Milton Cat here in the Cape Cod League. No score between the Wareham Gatemen and the Brewster Whitecaps as we head to the bottom of the third. Sam Wesniak leads it off for Wareham against the righty Tringali back out there for Brewster. First pitch. Breaking ball misses high and in, 1-0. Wesniak, Darren Baker, and Matthew Rudick, 8-9-1 hitters due up for the Gatemen here in the bottom of the third. No hits thus far for Wareham. 1 base runner, a leadoff walk in the first inning. It's been 6 up, 6 down ever since. That off-speed pitch misses just low, 2-0.
Wesniak playing in the Pac-12 this season at California Berkeley. Played in all 51 games. Started all 51 games he played. 259 average.
Showed a decent amount of power as well. 2-0 pitch. Misses low and outside, 3-0. 10 homers for Wesniak in his sophomore campaign, along with 4 doubles, a couple of triples. And that's after a freshman year where he hit 6 bombs for Cal. 3-0 delivery at the knees, right down Main Street, 3-1.
Not the easiest guy to strike out either. 48 strikeouts this season. He averaged less than a strikeout per game.
3-1 delivery. Misses low in the dirt, ball 4. So both Gatemen base runners tonight get on with walks. And the last time Tringali issued a leadoff walk, he retired the Gatemen 1-2-3 after that. But that'll bring up Darren Baker for Wareham. He bats from the left side, another California kid.
And another familiar face. Darren Baker playing in the CCBL last season, but not for Wareham, for actually Brewster.
Diving back safely is Wesniak. Baker just finished up his sophomore campaign at Cal. Started all 51 games for the Golden Bears, hit .304. First pitch to the lefty. Shows bunt, pulls it back, takes a strike in the outside corner. 0-1.
Yeah, there are two spots where you want Darren Baker batting, either leadoff or in the 9-hole. And tonight, Wareham has him in the 9-hole.
Curious to see what Jerry Weinstein decides to do throughout the year with Baker, whether he'll keep him in that 9-hole, move him up to the top of the lineup. The 0-1 delivery shows bunt once again, pulls it back. This time, fastball misses just off the outside edge, 1-1. See if he continues to show bunt and try to get one down here. And, well, when you're in the 9-hole, you prefer your 8-hole gets on base, and that's exactly what happened here in the third. The 1-1. This time he slashes one into center field, and it lands a base hit for Baker, and that takes a weird hop over the center fielder Reback. Coming around third, Wesniak will score. Baker's in with an RBI triple, and the Gatemen lead 1-0 here in the third.
Darren Baker, not somebody who has a ton of power, but he's a great contact hitter, and he's helped out by a pretty vicious bounce out in left center field. It hopped right over the head of Brennan Reback and skipped all the way to the wall, allowing Darren Baker, with his tremendous speed, to get all the way to third base. And just like that, the Gatemen score the first run of their season.
And I believe that's just a straight-up triple. You can't call that an error or anything. I mean, it's unfortunate for the center fielder Reback, but the Gatemen have a lead, and in steps Matthew Rudick, the leadoff hitter. Takes a curveball outside, 1-0. Darren Baker had 5 extra base hits all year for Cal, 4 doubles and a triple. In his 2 seasons at Cal, 10 doubles, a triple, and a homer. And in his first at-bat with Wareham, he's on third with a triple, 1-0. Off-speed misses way high and outside, 2-0. Tringali now trying to settle down. Rudick walked his first time up. He's in center field tonight for Wareham. Tringali sets and deals the 2-0. Fastball misses off the outside edge, 3-0. Rudick hit .320 for the San Diego State Aztecs this past season. Started all 57 games for the Aztecs in the Mountain West Conference. 3-0 pitch. Just catches the outside edge, 3 balls and a strike.
And he has a penchant for getting on base, just like Darren Baker does. Really good eye at the plate. He actually drew more walks this year than strikeouts. 30 walks, 20 strikeouts this year.
And a .403 on base percentage. 3-1 down low, ball 4. He hasn't had to do much tonight, has he? Same exact at bat each time.
What he does well, he is now showing here in the Cape Cod League.
As he walks for the second time tonight, and Tringali is struggling here in the third. Walk, RBI triple, walk. And the Gatemen with runners on the corners, nobody down, and a 1-0 lead. Jacob Teeter steps in from the left side. First pitch from Tringali. Fouled off behind everything, behind us and into the parking lot. 0-1.
The middle infielders playing back, hoping for a double play opportunity. Brewster will sacrifice a run to get 2 outs.
Dominic Toso over there at third, playing about even with the line. Wouldn't be surprised if he comes in on the edge of the infield grass. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Off speed, down low, 0-2.
That was a good pitch. A lot of the breaking pitches working for Tringali. Sometimes when he goes back to that fastball to change things up, he's not really locating it that much.
Teeter at Florida Southern College at .316 in the Sunshine State Conference this past season. 0-2 misses way outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Teeter was the conference freshman of the year in 2018. He hit .348 for the box. And like I said, hit .316 this past season. His freshman year was outstanding. Now the 1-2 offering. Catches the outside edge, strike 3, and Teeter goes down looking. Third strikeout for Tringali, 1 away here in the third.
Boy, Teeter has a big strike zone. Stands at 6'6", 230 pounds. One of the biggest players on the Gatemen roster this year.
And in steps Mike Antico for Wareham. Just looking for something in the air here. Something, well, fairly deep and in the air.
A little humid tonight. And a chance of rain. So far, it's held off.
First pitch to the lefty. Showed bunt, pulls it back. 1-0. Antico coming off what he calls the best year of his career, and well, the statistics say so. He hit .386 for St. John's this past season. 29 RBIs for the Big Red. 13 doubles, 4 triples, 6 home runs. The 1-0 slashed foul out of play on the third baseline. 1-1. When talking about that success, Antico simply said, I just stayed back, kept driving the ball up the middle. He felt like he never really got impatient at the plate. He was in a groove, and it showed. The 1-1. Line drive, base hit, right field, and that'll score a run. Rudick holds up at second. Baker jogs home, and it's an RBI single for Mike Antico. 2-0 Gatemen here in the third.
Antico just sitting back, waiting for his pitch. This is why he has such a high average. 386 this past season. It's because he can hit line drives and found his pitch right down the center of the zone and pulled it.
In steps Cam Guangarena from the left side now for Wareham. 1 down, bottom of the third. 2-0 Wareham over Brewster. Runners on first and second for the Gatemen as Tringali takes his time, and now Guangarena is going to step out. Guangarena grounded out to end the first inning for the Gatemen. First pitch from the righty, Tringali. Misses outside, 1-0. Guangarena hit .261 for the Cal State Fullerton Titans this past season. Just finished up his freshman campaign.
Battle of the Cams right now. You got C on the mound and K in the box.
The 1-0. Misses outside. Good observation, my friend.
Oh, thank you. Not a conventional way to spell Cameron.
No.
Kameron.
And that's the Gateman Cam.
Yes.
In the box. .46 hits this past season. 10 of them extra base hits for Guangarena.
Another California native.
A lot of them on this Gateman squad right now.
Guangarena going to Cal State Fullerton. We have a few Berkeley kids. UCLA.
The 2-0 delivery. Misses outside, 3-0. So another ball loads him up for Wareham. DJ Poteet stands on deck for the Gatemen. And despite only hitting .199 last season, Poteet, he did hit 5 home runs. Tringali sets a deep breath, the 3-0. Get me over fastball does just that, 3-1. Right now, a gorgeous night here in Wareham.
The lights are shining. About 70 degrees, maybe a little under 70 degrees.
3-1 offering from Tringali. Foul tipped. Back behind home plate, 3-2. Oh, he got that 3-1 fastball he wanted and took a hack. Just missed it. Count full.
I don't think Tringali is going to go back to that same pitch. I wouldn't.
We'll see if he comes off speed here on 3-2. Sets at the belt. The full count pitch, runners going, popped up, and trailing foul, and the catch is made by the left fielder, Noah Dickerson. 2 away. Apologize, I lost that ball for a second and finally saw Dickerson tracking that one down toward the line, 2 down.
There's a set of bleachers along the left field line, and the way we're positioned, which is right behind home plate, it sort of obstructs our view down the line. So we have to kind of peer over the outside of the broadcast booth to see that, about 315 down the left field line.
Poteet steps in from the left side. He grounded out to the second baseman Boulware his last time up, and he takes a curveball in the dirt, 1-0. We talked about Poteet's sophomore season, how he's just a fantastic center fielder for the Demon Deacons. But he hit the ball fairly well his freshman year. 255, was part of the 2018 Collegiate Baseball Freshman All-American team. Now the 1-0. Fastball paints the outside corner. 1-1. And he enjoyed some special moments his freshman year, did DJ Poteet. 9 homers. 2 of them in the first 2 ACC series of the year. He had a walk-off 2-run bomb against number 3 Florida State in their first ACC series as he slices that one foul. 1-2. That one went out of play down the third baseline. And then a series later, another walk-off blast to beat number 11 Louisville. That was on March 10th and March 16th of 2018. Not a bad way to start conference play your freshman campaign.
Not at all. A lot of pop in that bat. 6'4", 210 pounds.
The 1-2 off speed down low came with the curveball. 2-2. Tringali trying to work his way out of a jam. Gatemen 2, Whitecaps nothing. Bottom of the third. On the other side, Bryce Elder, 9 up, 9 down. Brewster's without a hit. Without a base runner, I should say. Wareham finally with some offense here in the third. Poteet trying to keep it alive. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Looked like a fastball right down the heart of the plate. Blew it by him. The Gatemen get 2 runs on a couple of hits. 2 left on. 2-0 Gatemen. We head to the top of the 4th. Jonah Karp will have your play-by-play when we come back on the Gatemen Baseball Network.
Orthodontic treatment based on the individual clinical needs, resulting in beautiful smiles in a timely manner. With 10 years of experience using Invisalign, Coastal Orthodontics uses the most up-to-date dental equipment.
And tonight at the merchandise booth, we have a special sale for opening night. Don't miss this chance to purchase 2018 Gatemen Championship T-shirts on special sale tonight for only $10. Stop in and check them out. Fans, we're looking for the owner of a white Lexus, license plate 7AAD20. Please return to your vehicle and move it. Once again, the owner of
Top of the 4th inning from Spillane Field. Jonah Karp, Gabe Genovese with you. Bryce Elder has had a remarkable outing so far. What a way to start his 2019 season. And the 2019 season for the Wareham Gatemen, 9 up and 9 down as the first pitch hits high to the leadoff batter, Kobe Boulware. It's 1-2-3 in the Brewster Whitecaps order. As this one is fouled, chopped right back to the pitcher, but inside the batter's box it sits. And the count is 1-1 strike here to start the top of the 4th inning. Boulware, Dews, and Gentry. Elder working quickly from the bump. 2-0 Gatemen. The pitch taken on the inside half. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the second baseman, Boulware. sophomore second baseman from the University of Arkansas. Boulware takes a rip and swings right through it. A strikeout to lead off the fourth inning for Elder. One away, nobody on base. Damon Dews walking up to the dish.
5 strikeouts now for Elder. Brewster still without a base runner.
Elder in some sort of groove already. First pitch to Dews. Line drive in the air, falling quickly in left field, and that'll dunk in for a base hit. Picked up off the ground by Antico. He tosses it back into second. And Damon Dews has the first hit for the Whitecaps, breaking up the perfect game for Bryce Elder. It was 10 up and 10 down as Dews pulls in at first base. A base runner with 1 away in the top of the fourth inning.
A nice piece of hitting by Dews there as well. Took that one a little inside-out swing there. Took an off-speed pitch on the inside half the plate and drove it out to left field for the first hit of the game for Brewster.
So a man on first base with 1 away, top of the fourth, a right-hander in the batter's box as the pitch from Elder skips in the dirt, stopped by Guangarena, and he picks it up and throws it back to Elder, keeping the runner at first base, Dews. Tyler Gentry, the new batter for Brewster, 1-0 the count. Gentry, a strikeout victim against Bryce Elder, right-on-right matchup. Struck out to end the first inning. 0 for 1. The pitch, line drive in the air, falling quickly in left field. Coming on and making the catch is Mike Antico, and Dews goes back to first base. Mike Antico flashing the leather in left field, and there's 2 away in the top of the fourth.
Pretty play by Antico out there in left. Wasn't quite sure if he would have to dive or not. Ended up diving, just kind of getting on his knees and making that catch. Pretty play by the St. John's left fielder.
Antico taking a base hit away from Gentry, but 2 straight line drives to left field. Runner on first, 2 away. First pitch to the cleanup batter. Sits low, but swung right through. TJ Collette, the new batter. Count 0-1. 0 for 1 is Collette, led off the second inning with a fly out to center field. But boy, did he get his barrel of the bat on that ball. Just not enough to dead center. The pitch, lifted in the air, shallow left field, ranging under it, Mike Antico all the way back to the wall. He leaps, and that ball is gone. Rather, it's not. I think they're going to say it's off the wall. Standing on second base right now is Collette. The umpires right now converging, and they're going to discuss this. It looked for a second like it was gone. Mike Antico leaped up over the wall to try to pick it off out of the air, and it looked like it went over the wall, but perhaps it didn't. That's what the umpires are talking about right now, Gabe.
The ball did come back into play. The question is, did it hit the yellow, obviously, and come back in, or did it just clink off the top of that wall?
Well, 1 run is home. If that goes down as a double, it would be 2-1. Is it going to stay a double? Looks like it. 2-1 Gatemen as TJ Collette stands on second base with an RBI double. First run of the game for Brewster. 2 away in the top of the fourth.
Yeah, and the Whitecaps aren't happy about it. And I mean, if they saw it better than we did, I understand why, but it's so tough to tell. Again, from our angle, we've got a huge light post right in our vision to left field, and we couldn't even really see where that ball hit off the wall.
Well, that's now 2 straight at-bats where TJ Collette has given the ball a ride against Bryce Elder. That one nearly getting out of the ballpark, but not quite. And Collette stands on second base with 2 away in a 2-1 ball game. The Wareham Gatemen lead the Brewster Whitecaps. Eric Fago, the new batter, and he calls time.
Jamie Shevchik, fifth-year manager for Brewster, came out to argue that one.
Another right-on-right matchup. Elder checks the runner at second base. First pitch swung right through. Count 0-1. Fago 0 for 1 today. Ground out to the third baseman, Chad Stevens, in the second inning. Runner on second with 2 away, 2-1 Gatemen. Pitch sits outside, checked down to first, but Fago held his swing. 1 ball and 1 strike the count.
So we go from 10 up, 10 down, and a 2-0 lead for Wareham to 2 hits and 3 batters in a 2-1 game.
The 1-1, swing and a miss, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
And I should say this, that the past 3 hitters for Brewster have hit the ball really hard. The diving catch by Antico out and left saved a base hit.
3 straight balls hit on the screws. This one a little nubber down to third. Chad Stevens misplays it. Runner goes from second base. Stevens looks to apply the tag, but he loses the ball. And everybody's safe. Eric Fago pulls in at first, and now Brewster has runners at the corners with a tying run at third.
Wow. That'll be an error on Stevens over there at third base. And despite the error, it looked like he had the out at third as Collette tried to take third base. And I believe he would have been out if Stevens would have held on to the ball. It looks like he got the tag down, but instead it's runners on the corners and 2 down.
Now Noah Dickerson steps into center stage, and he rolls 1 foul down the first base side, count 0-1. Well, Stevens had 2 plays. The first one to first base, but after that bobble, he no longer had that play. The runner was going from second base. He tried to tag Collette, but then in the process, lost the ball again. And now Elder's in a predicament with runners at the corners, pitch in the dirt, 1-1. Top of the 4th inning, Brewster threatening, trailing 2-1. A 1 ball, 1 strike count to Noah Dickerson with Toso waiting on deck. Dickerson 0 for 1. Struck out looking to end the 2nd inning. And Dickerson calls for time.
Let's see how Elder works his way out of this jam.
Dickerson playing left field tonight and batting left. The pitch. Breaking ball, bends over the strike zone and in. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Elder a strike away from getting out of this inning, having given up just the 1 run. But it's been an eventful inning. As eventful as we've had tonight. The 1-2. Foul tip into the mitt of Guangarena, and that's how the top of the 4th comes to an end. But not before the Whitecaps get on the board. It's now 2-1. Wareham leading, and they come to bat when we return. Stick around for the bottom of the 4th. We'll be right back. Headed to the home 4th, 2-1 Wareham over Brewster. As the Gatemen come to bat in the bottom of the 4th inning. Chad Stevens, Quentin Selma, Sam Wesniak. The 3 due up, 6, 7, and 8 in the Gatemen batting order. Chad Stevens, the first man, a right-on-right matchup. First pitch is grounded foul down the third base line. Count 0-1. Stevens 0 for 1. Responsible for an error in the last half inning, but ultimately didn't lead to any run, any damage.
Yeah, did not cost Wareham one bit.
The 0-1. Breaking ball hits Stevens square on the number, and he'll trot down to first base. First time he's gotten on base this season. Comes via hit by pitch. Not the best way you want to get on base to lead off your season, but you know what? You'll take it.
A base runner's a base runner.
That'll bring up Quentin Selma. The strikeout victim against Cam Tringali back in the second inning. Comes to bat here with a man on first base and nobody out in the bottom of the fourth. 2-1 Gatemen. First pitch from Tringali. Skips away from the catcher Crouch. And Stevens takes a wide turn at second base, pulls in there. And now the Gatemen have a runner in scoring position.
And we'll see if that's ruled a passed ball or a wild pitch. But either way, a runner on second and nobody down.
Gatemen look to cash in. Nobody out. 1 ball, no strikes to count to Selma. Long look in from Tringali. Checks the runner at second base. Deals and misses outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Quentin Selma, left-handed batter. A senior at the University of California, Berkeley. The pitch. Catches the outer corner of the plate. 2 balls and 1 strike. 2-1 Gatemen against the Brewster Whitecaps in the home opener, opening day. Opener for everybody.
It's the first time the Gatemen have played at home since 2013 on opening day.
I was going to say. It's fouled away, back behind home plate, 2-2.
That's kind of an important little ending to that stat there. But the first time on opening day, the Gatemen have been at Spillane Field since 2013.
These are the last 2 teams to take home the CCBL title. Gatemen took it home last year, Brewster the year before. And it's been a battle so far between Tringali and Elder. Tringali looking to deal out of some trouble. Blows one right past Quentin Selma for a strikeout. Second time today, Quentin Selma has gone down on strikes. Second time today, it's been via swinging. And that's the first out at the bottom of the fourth.
And right away, we see a little decision made there by manager Jerry Weinstein not to bunt the runner over to third, set up maybe a sac fly possibility with only 1 out. He decides to let Selma swing away, and now there's no point in the bunt. You got to let Wozniak swing away as well.
Wozniak, the number 8 batter, comes to bat with 1 away and a man off second. A high breaking ball sits out of the zone. Joshua Crouch had to pop out of his crouch to go get it. 1 ball, no strike count to Sam Wozniak. Led off the third with a walk and then came around to score. On Darren Baker triple, Baker looms on deck. Tringali checks the runner at second and misses inside with the fastball. 2 balls and no strikes.
Tringali already at 61 pitches here in the fourth.
Wozniak, another California Berkeley guy, just finished his junior season.
3 of them in the lineup tonight for Wareham.
Stands at 5'11", 175 pounds. Runner almost goes as Wozniak swings through a high fastball. 2 balls and 1 strike. Chad Stevens took a few steps off the second base bag and then retreated back to the second base bag.
Stevens not afraid to go 12 for 18 in stolen bases this past season, but I'd be surprised to see him try to swipe third.
Tringali looks at him, and the 2-1 is swung on and missed. Count even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 the count with 1 away in a 2-1 game. Wareham over Brewster. Baker on deck, then we're back to the top of the order. Tringali deals from the letters and misses high and outside, and the count runs full to Wozniak. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The Gatemen in their home white uniforms, the Brewster Whitecaps in their away, what would you call that, teal?
Teal.
Teal. Teal tops, white bottoms, white numbering and lettering. Tringali looks the runner back to second base, deals, and the fastball catches the outside corner. Gets Sam Wozniak looking, and there's 2 away in the bottom of the 4th.
And despite the struggle in the 3rd inning for Cam Tringali, he has now struck out 6 Gatemen. And after the leadoff hitter gets on second right away for Wareham, there's 2 down.
So Darren Baker will look to cash in. If he does, it would be for the 2nd time today. Responsible for the first RBI of the season for the Gatemen, as Tringali paints the outside corner, count 0-1. An RBI triple back in the 3rd inning to get the scoring going. And right now, that's the difference in this ball game. 2-1, Wareham over Brewster. Tringali trying to keep it just a 1-run deficit. Comes set at the belt, looks the runner back to second base, and deals, lifted in the air, shallow left field, circling under it is Dews, the shortstop, makes the catch above his cap, and that's how the 4th inning comes to an end. So the Gatemen leave 1 stranded in the bottom of the 4th. Brewster comes to bat when we return for the top of the 5th. Stick around. You're listening to the Gatemen Baseball Network. We'll be right back.
Franklin is yet again proud to be the official batting glove of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Throughout the summer, all the Cape League teams are wearing their own custom team batting gloves, courtesy of Franklin Sports. To order your favorite team design or to create your own, visit franklinsports.com/custom. Enter code CCBL20 for 20% off your purchase. From Cape Cod to the Major Leagues, only the best city in baseball.
The Gateway Tavern, located on Marion Road in Wareham, offers an extensive but not exhaustive array of menu choices. They search for the finest of foods, ranging from garden fresh produce to hand-selected seafood, and have special menus that change daily. The Gateway Tavern is proud to be the official helmet of the Wareham Gatemen.
This pitching change is brought to you by the Bay Point Club, Onset's 18-hole championship golf course. With a driving range open 7 days a week and senior discounts offered every day, we are always open to the public. Go get to the point.
Attention, please. A pitching change for the Gatemen. Now pitching number 55, Eric Torres from Kansas State.
Back here on the Gatemen Baseball Network to start the top of the 5th inning. Dominic Toso, Joshua Crouch, Crouch and Brennan Reback to lead things off. 7, 8, and 9. And brand new pitcher in for the Gatemen. Bryce Elder's day is done after 4 innings. 4 pretty exceptional innings. It's a 2-1 ball game right now with the Gatemen on top. First pitch from Torres is swung on and missed. Count 0-1. Eric Torres, a left-handed pitcher, 6 foot, 195 pounds, a sophomore at Kansas State University. Deals against a right-handed batter and misses with the fastball, 1-1.
Torres in his soft freshman campaign, at Kansas State. 18 appearances, no starts, 1-1 with a save and a 3.99 ERA.
Faces Dominic Toso, the third baseman for Brewster. Swings through a fastball, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Opponents only hit 217 against Torres this past season. 23 hits in 29 and a third innings pitched. He gave up not even a hit an inning.
The 1-2. Misses in the dirt. Stopped by Guangarena behind the dish, 2-2. Toso developed into an everyday starter at third base this past season for Bucknell. Played and started in 46 of the team's 47 games this year. Hit 300 with 51 hits overall. The pitch to Toso is fouled away behind the plate and out of play, 2-2.
Foul ball, courtesy of attorney Glenn Harrington, and it's Connor Tevin.
14 doubles Toso hit this year, which was a team best. Also 2 triples and 2 homers to go along with that. 2-1 Gatemen on top, 2-2 the count to Toso. Breaking ball misses on the outside, 3-2. Nobody on, nobody out.
Good pitch on 2-2 there. Almost got Toso to chase that one. It did break back over the outside corner, but missed low.
Toso 0 for 1 today. Pop fly out to the second baseman Baker and fouls one away along the first baseline and out of play. And the count stays at a full count, 3-2. Pretty night here in Wareham, Massachusetts. But some gray leaden sky, some ominous clouds. Threatening. Might get some rain. Pitch high grounder toward the center of the diamond. Baker ranges over to his right. Throw back to first is in time to get Dominic Toso, who dove into the first base bag head first. Not something you'd recommend.
The catcher, number 15, Joshua Crouch.
What a play by Darren Baker up the middle there. Showed off the speed, ranging back towards second base to his right. Backhanded play. And, well, what a lot of people would call a Jeter throw across his body back to first. Pretty play.
Nobody on and 1 away. And the first pitch is taken on the outside corner for a strikeout. 0-1 to Crouch. Crouch 0 for 1 today. A ground out to the shortstop Wesniak back in the third inning. The pitch lifted in the air, right center field. Ranging back is Rudick. He'll have to play it on a hop. Goes over to his left to pick it up off the ground and throws it back into second as Crouch pulls in at first base with a 1-out single.
Good piece of hitting by Crouch there. Took a pitch on the outside half of the plate, drove it the other way toward right center. And that's the first hit off of Torres. It only took a couple of at-bats.
A 2-1 Wareham lead. The tying run at first base for Brewster as the number 9 batter Reback steps up to the dish. 0 for 1 today. Struck out swinging back in the third inning. That ended the third inning. The 9th out of 10 up and 10 down to start the day for Bryce Elder. First pitch from Torres misses on the lower half. 1 ball and no strikes. Eric Torres just finished up his freshman campaign at Kansas State, a Milwaukee native. The pitch rolled foul to the right side of home plate, 1-1. 18 appearances. Notched a save. Didn't start any games, was mostly a relief pitcher. A 3.99 ERA. Runner on first base with one away. Top of the fifth inning. A left-on-left matchup and a 1-1 count. The pitch from Torres. Bunted foul behind the plate out of play. 1-2. Torres went to Hamilton High School in Milwaukee. All-conference pitcher his senior year, 79 Ks in his senior campaign. The number 25 overall prospect in the state of Wisconsin. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count to the number 9 batter, Reback, with Boulware on deck. The pitch misses outside, 2-2.
Wow, that didn't miss by much. Good fastball on the outside, or just off the outside part of the plate.
Joshua Crouch, the catcher, stands on first base. And the pitch from Torres bends in for a strike on the inner half. That's strike 3, gets Reback looking. And there's 2 away in the top of the fifth. Second time tonight that Reback has struck out. First time swinging, second time looking. And now there's a runner on first with 2 away in the top of the fifth for Kobe Boulware.
That's a filthy breaking ball that starts in on lefties and breaks back over the heart of the plate. Freezes him.
First pitch from Torres. Misses outside. Forces Juan Garena to stand up. 1 ball and no strikes. Boulware starting his 2019 season 0 for 2. A ground at back to the pitcher and then a strikeout. The pitch. Nips the inner half, 1-1. Right-handed batter, left-handed pitcher with the man on first base. The 1-1. Slashed foul down the first base side out of play. And Torres gets ahead 1-2. Damon Dews waiting on deck. He got the 4th inning going with a 1-out single. And then came around to score on a TJ Collette double. Only run of the ball game so far for Brewster. They trail 2-1. The pitch from Torres just misses outside. Again, didn't miss by much, but a tight strike zone so far. That's a 2 ball, 2 strike count with 2 away. The pitch. Fouled away. And out of play behind home plate.
Torres at Kansas State, just 15 walks, 38 Ks in 29 and a third innings pitched. You don't see him give up a lot of free passes. I expect with a 2-2 count, he's not going to try to waste much. He's going to go right at Kobe Boulware.
Runner on first base, 2 away, 2-2 the count. The pitch. Misses inside, and the count runs full to Boulware with Damon Dews on deck. Kobe Boulware played his final 3 years at Boulder Creek High School, earned 3 letters, holds the all-time school record for career hits and stolen bases. Throwback to first, skips in the dirt, picked off the ground by Teeter as the runner retreats. Count holds a 3-2 to Boulware. Drafted in the 30th round by the Boston Red Sox out of high school. Rather, that's Ryan Bliss. Runner goes, and the pitch taken on the outside corner for strike 3. 2 straight strikeouts to end the 5th inning for Torres. Works around a base runner on first base. And the Gatemen maintain a 2-1 lead entering the home 5th. Stick around. You're listening to the Gatemen Baseball Network. We'll be right back.
Attention, please. A pitching change for the Whitecaps. Now pitching number 51, Daniel Harper from Kentucky. The center fielder, number 51, Matthew Rudin from San Diego State.
Bottom of the fifth inning, back here on the Gatemen Baseball Network. Jonah Karp and Gabe Genovese with you. New pitcher in for the Brewster Whitecaps, who are currently trailing the Wareham Gatemen 2-1. Daniel Harper, the new man on the mound. First pitch to Rudick, taking on the outer half for a strike count, 0-1. Harper just finished up his sophomore year at the University of Kentucky, a right-handed pitcher facing the left-handed Rudick. The 0-1 delivery. Fouled away to the left side out of play, 0-2. Harper, a native of Fairway, Kansas, 6'4", 215 pounds. Pitched to a tune of a 4.70 ERA through 45 innings this past season, but the strikeout to walk ratio is pretty impressive. 42 strikeouts, only 16 walks. The pitch misses outside, a fastball, 1-2. During his freshman season, back in 2018, he was an SEC first-year academic honor roll. Pitch, lifted foul out of play, down the left side, and the count holds at 1-2 strikes. Rudick, Teeter, and Antico, 1, 2, and 3 in the Gatemen order. 2 up in the bottom of the fifth inning. Nobody on, nobody out. 1-2 the count to Matt Rudick. 2 walks for Rudick today. Fouls one away once again.
This is the first time we've seen him swing the bat in a Gateman uniform. Took 3 straight balls on both of his at-bats, then took a strike, and, well, there was ball 4. So 2 5-pitch walks in his first 2 at-bats, and now he's fighting here, down 1-2 in the count.
Nobody on base, nobody out. The pitch to Rudick sits outside. Rudick again showing off his eye at the plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes the count. Daniel Harper rated the number 7 player in the state of Kansas as he was graduating high school in 2017. Rudick fights off another one, lifts it foul and out of play behind home plate. 2017 Rawlings Perfect Game honorable mention. 2017 Central Region honorable mention. Two balls, 2 strikes to count to Matt Rudick with Jacob Teeter on deck. 2-1 Gatemen over the Whitecaps on this Monday evening. The pitch sits inside. Rudick backs away. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Harper pretty good at this baseball thing, but he needs a fallback option. He enjoys cooking. He's an avid cooker.
An avid cooker, huh?
That's how he describes himself. Likes to cook in his free time. Pitch hits outside. Matt Rudick works another walk, his third walk of the night. And he's on base to lead off the bottom of the fifth.
You'll take that every time if you're the Gateman. I'm sure Matt Rudick would like to swing the bat a little bit. He did fight off a couple pitches there. Finally got to lift the bat off his shoulder, but he's on with a leadoff walk.
Rudick works his way back from a 1-2 count. Works it into a walk, and now he stands on first base with Jacob Teeter, the new batter, 0 for 2.
If you're an avid cooker,
Yes.
are you? Does that mean you're like cooking / baking all of your meals?
Not necessarily. I'm sure he orders takeout sometimes. Looks back on first base, and Rudick stands there. Not a whole lot of leeway between him and the bag. As Harper peers in once again. Comes set at the belt. Teeter waits in the box. The pitch. Taken inside, 1 ball and no strikes.
I mean, I'm just saying, when I hear the word avid,
Yeah.
you know, when you enjoy it, you enjoy it. You like cooking every once in a while. You do it when you have the time. Okay.
Mhm.
When I hear the word avid, I'm thinking, all right, this guy better be cooking at least once or twice a day. Well, maybe
That's an
I'm wrong.
interesting assessment. Bopped up in the air, shallow left field. Going back is Damon Dews, the shortstop. He'll be called off by the left fielder, Noah Dickerson. Makes the catch as the runner goes back to first base. 1 out in the bottom of the fifth. I mean, if you're an avid sports fan, you constantly have sports on the television.
Sure.
And that means you can't watch, I don't know, The Bachelorette sometimes.
I see your point. It's a fair point.
Every once in a while, change up the routine. Even if you're an avid fan of something, too much of anything gets boring. New batter, Mike Antico, fouls one away, 0-1. 2-1 Gatemen leading the Whitecaps. Antico, the new man in the box. Rudick stays on first base. 1 away in the bottom of the fifth.
Let's see if Antico can poke one out into a gap somewhere. Nice line drive single was last time up. Brought in a run.
The pitch. Taken high. 1-1. Mike Antico just finished his junior year over at St. John's, a 386 average this past season. 38 walks, throw back to first as Rudick dives back in safely head first. Grew up in New Jersey, went to school in St. John's, and grew up a big Yankees fan. I don't know if he described himself as an avid Yankees fan, but a big Yankees fan. Another throw back to first, but Rudick not taking much of a lead. Derek Jeter, his favorite athlete.
Well, when you're a Yankees fan, Jeter's the one that stands out, at least maybe for this generation.
Mike Antico, not an infielder. He's an outfielder playing left field tonight for the Gatemen. Swings through a fastball, 1-2. Describes Jeter's final at-bat, his favorite moment in sports history. I assume it's Jeter's final at-bat in Yankee Stadium, not the one he had in Fenway. The memorable walk-off single. We can ask him. The 1-2. Taken high, a fastball, 2-2.
I'm going to guess that's the one, my friend.
I think so. 2-2 the count with a runner on first base and 1 away. Cam Guangarena waits on deck. Antico 1 for 2 tonight with a single. This one foul down the left side and out of play. Count holds it 2-2. Antico, not a very big player, just 5'10". Comes in at 200 pounds. Watches a fastball, lay off the outside corner. And the count runs full to Antico, the number 3 batter. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
That's a tough hold right there for Antico. That pitch just missed off the outside edge. Gutsy hold, it paid off, count full.
A long look in from Daniel Harper. Now comes set at the belt. 3 steps off the bag is Rudick at first base. He takes off. The pitch is lifted in the air. A high drive out to right field, but Gentry has plenty of space, makes the catch above his cap, and throws it back into second for the second out at the bottom of the 5th.
Hard hit ball by Antico. Unfortunately, right to Gentry, who hasn't got much work out there. Tyler Gentry out there and right for Brewster. That's the first ball he's been able to catch all night.
Then I'll bring up the catcher, Cameron Guangarena. He's had a tough night at the dish, 0 for 2. Comes to bat here with a runner on first base and 2 away. Throw back to first, Rudick taking a dive back in. Guangarena coming off a pretty remarkable season at Cal State Fullerton. His freshman year, .331 average with 12 homers, 72 RBIs. The pitch. Right down Broadway, 0-1. Models his game after Yadier Molina and Corey Seager. But Seager doesn't play catcher. But certainly defensively, if you're going to pick any MLB player to model your game after, Molina's a pretty good one.
Yeah, you could say that.
Swings through a fastball, 0-2.
He was all right.
It was pretty good. Guangarena attended St. John Bosco High School in California, played 4 years of varsity in baseball, 1 year of varsity football. Named to the first team All-Trinity League all 4 years in baseball, 2-time team MVP. The pitch with a runner on first, sits outside, 1-2.
Good spot there by Harper. Catcher Crouch sitting just outside, and he hit his mitt perfectly, but good hold by Guangarena.
DJ Poteet waits on deck if Guangarena can keep the inning going. A 2-1 lead for Wareham in the bottom of the 5th inning. 2 away. The pitch from Harper is fouled off, and count holds at 1-2. Guangarena holds the record for the most hits in the history of his high school at St. John Bosco High School. Helped lead his team to the Trinity League Championship. Looks to tack on some insurance for Wareham here in the bottom of the 5th. 1-2 the count. Harper comes set at the belt. Pitches and is taken high. 2-2. Matt Rudick still standing on first base. Drew his 3rd walk of the game to lead off this inning.
Wouldn't be surprised to see him take off here.
He holds, line drive, straightaway center field, drops in for a base hit. Diving stop by Reback, it gets behind him. Rudick takes a wide turn at third base. He'll come home to score. Throw goes into third, cut off, and in standing at third base is Cam Guangarena with an RBI triple, and it's a 3-1 lead for Wareham.
Good piece of hitting by Guangarena there. Took a ball right over the heart of the plate, drilled it out into straightaway center. And Reback was shading toward left center field there. He couldn't get to it. And he was just trying to cut the ball off. It ended up going right under him when he slid. And Guangarena makes his way to third. It's a 3-1 ball game.
Just when it looked like Wareham was going to lead yet another runner stranded on base, Guangarena with a big 2-strike triple. Second triple of the night for the Gatemen. Poteet squares to bunt, pulls his bat back, but not in time. Watches the pitch over the plate. 0-1.
And we're going to have a pinch hitter here for Poteet. Believe it's Otsuka. It is. Tora Otsuka steps in for Wareham from the left side.
First time we've said Otsuka's name tonight. Pitch taken high and away, 1-1.
And the official ruling on the Guangarena ball is an RBI single, and then he reaches third on the air.
Okay, so only one triple tonight. That comes courtesy of Darren Baker. But it works the same way. Guangarena standing on third base with a potential another run just 90 feet away for Wareham. A 3-1 advantage for the Gatemen right now. Otsuka looking to add on to that. Chops one foul down the first base side. 1-2. 287 batter this past season with 2 homers and 34 RBIs at the University of San Diego. Just finished his sophomore year. Drew 24 walks and only struck out 25 times. You'll take that. He was also recruited by Cal Poly, San Diego State, Cal State Northridge, Washington State, and the University of Oregon. Pitch sits downstairs 2-2. All along the West Coast, and Otsuka settled in at San Diego. Growing up in Rancho Bernardo, California. Two balls, 2 strikes to count with a runner on third, 2 outs. Pitch on the outside corner, strike 3 called. Otsuka comes in as a pinch hitter and strikes out looking, leaving a runner stranded on third base. But the Wareham Gatemen get on the board once again in the bottom of the 5th, and they take a 3-1 lead into the 6th inning. We'll be right back on the Gatemen Baseball Network. Stick around.
Attention, please. A defensive change for the Gatemen. Now playing right field, number 3, Tora Otsuka from San Diego.
One of the Gatemen's favorite places for their post-game meals is Cool Cone, where you can get anything from fried clams and fried chicken to an ice cream sundae, and then top it all off with a round of mini golf. Cool Cone, located on Route 6 on the Wareham-Marion line.
Now playing third base, number 13, Jack Winkler from San Francisco. The shortstop, number 2, Damon Dews from Wright State.
Back here on the Gatemen Baseball Network to start the top of the 6th inning. Tora is still in for the Gatemen, but a couple of defensive changes for Wareham. Tora Otsuka, who just came in to pinch hit, is now playing right field for Wareham. First pitch from Torres is taken over the heart of the plate for strike 1 to Damon Dews. Jack Winkler comes in for Chad Stevens as a defensive replacement at third base. Nobody on, nobody out. In the top of the 6th inning, a 3-1 advantage for Wareham. Slash down to third, first play for Winkler. Fires one to first, and it's in time to get Damon Dews hustling down the line. Couple pitches for Torres to start the top of the 6th inning. Gets Damon Dews to ground out to third, and there's one away.
28, Tyler Gentry from Alabama.
I'll be curious to see if we get any more substitutions tonight from manager Jerry Weinstein, as he just tries to see what he has in this 2019 Gateman team.
First pitch to Tyler Gentry just nips the outside corner for strike 1. Gentry 0 for 2 tonight. Jonah Karp and Gabe Genovese with you on this Monday evening. Thanks for spending opening day with us. Hard shot to the right side of the infield, skips into right field for a base hit. Otsuka, with his first play out in right field, goes down on a knee to pick it up, fires it back into second, and Gentry pulls in at first base with a 1-out single.
Nice piece of hitting by Gentry. fisted that one out into right field. That ball was on the inside half of the plate.
TJ Colette.
And Brewster with the tying run coming to the plate.
So a runner on first base for Brewster with one away in the top of the sixth. TJ Colette, the cleanup batter, comes to the dish. Torres looks the runner back to first, and the first pitch comes home, but it sits low to Colette and watches the first ball of this at-bat. 1 ball, no strikes. Colette with a double back in the fourth. 1 for 2 tonight.
A controversial double.
Left-on-left matchup. The pitch. Hard shot, grounder, right back to the pitcher. Torres goes to second with it for 1, turn to first. In time, double play. Side retired. How about that for Torres? Making a nice play on defense. Throwing it back to second base. And the Gatemen turn a double play to end the top of the sixth. And they take a 3-1 lead going into the bottom half of the inning. We'll be right back when the Gatemen come to bat on the Gatemen Baseball Network. Stick around.
Legacy Insurance Agency at 213 Main Street here in Wareham can offer you coverage for all your insurance needs. We have the bundle discounts, the accident forgiveness, the vanishing deductible, no loss, etc. But unlike those gimmick companies, we can quote you with multiple carriers. So forget the lizard and price tool and come talk to a professional. We'll help you find what's right for you.
The third baseman, number 13, Jack Winkler from San Francisco.
Back here on the Gatemen Baseball Network, bottom of the sixth inning, Jack Winkler steps up to the plate in place of Chad Stevens. Came in on defense for Stevens over at third in the last half inning. Made a nice play to lead off the inning. The pitch, taken over the outside corner, count 0-1 from Harper. A 3-1 advantage for the Wareham Gatemen in the bottom of the sixth inning. Cam Guangarena cashed in on a single that skipped away from Reback out in center field, and Guangarena pulled in at third with an RBI. This one's flared to shallow center. Could drop in for a base hit. Diving is Reback, and he'll have to play it on a hop. It falls right under his glove. But Reback making a nice stop, preventing that ball from skipping past him. But a leadoff single for the Gatemen to lead off the bottom of the sixth.
You'll take that for your first at-bat in the Cape Cod Baseball League. Winkler flares one out there, and the Gatemen have their leadoff hitter aboard for the fourth time today, excuse me.
The third consecutive inning. Quentin Selma, the new batter, 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, both times swinging. First pitch, taken downstairs, 1 ball and no strikes. Cam Tringali started the day for Brewster. Went 4 innings pitched, gave up 2 hits, 2 earned runs, walked 3, hit a batter, but struck out 6. And exited in a 2-1 ball game. Now it's 3-1 advantage Wareham. Pitch, taken outside, 2 balls and no strikes. Harper falls behind. Sam Wesniak on deck, 2-0 the count, with a runner on first base and nobody out in the bottom of the sixth. Middle infield playing back, hoping for a double play opportunity. Corner infielders in. The pitch, taken inside, snap throw back to first, a large lead for the runner Winkler, but he dives back in safely, just barely dives back in head first. Pitch was over the plate. 2 balls and 1 strike to Selma.
That was a rocket from Crouch down to first. Winkler got lucky. He got back.
Harper gets his pitch from Crouch and deals from the first base side of the rubber. Fouled away. 2-2 the count to Selma. Quentin Selma, the designated hitter tonight, batting 7th for the Wareham Gatemen. The recently turned 21-year-old. Happy belated birthday, turned 21 on Saturday. Gets the nod on opening day, the 2-2. Taken outside, and the count runs full to Selma, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Selma just finishing his senior year at the University of California. Looking for his first hit of the 2019 season for the Gatemen. Runner takes off. The pitch is lifted in the air down the left field line, twisting into foul territory. Nope, that's going to stay fair. Dickerson makes the catch along the line. And the runner retreats back to first base. Winkler, 1 away.
Little hit and run there called by Jerry Weinstein, and just didn't pay off. Selma trying to put that ball on the ground, instead pops it up to left and 1 away.
That'll bring up Sam Wesniak. 0 for 1. Reach base via the walk back in the 3rd inning. Led off that 3rd with a walk. 1 of 2 in the inning, delivered from Tringali. A 3-1 lead right now for Wareham. Runner takes off once again. This one's lifted in the air to right field. Coming in is Gentry. He'll have plenty of space to make the catch, and he does, right above his cap. Didn't have to move much out in right field, and that's the 2nd out of the bottom of the 6th.
Same thing. Winkler was taking off there. Wareham just trying to get a runner in scoring position and possibly runners on the corners if the hit and run were to pay off, and instead it's 2 pop-outs.
Runner on first, now 2 away to the number 9 batter, Darren Baker. Already got a base knock tonight, an RBI triple in his first at-bat for the Gatemen. The pitch swung on and fouled away. Count 0-1. Baker, the son of Dusty Baker, former Major League player, former Major League manager. Darren played for Brewster last summer. Now suiting up in a Gateman uniform and already doing damage against his former team. Ball skips in the dirt, but Crouch stays in front of it as the runner holds at first base. 1 ball and 1 strike the count. If Darren Baker can keep this inning alive, we're back to the top of the order with Matt Rudick, who has shown off just how well he can get on base. 3 walks today in his 3 plate appearances. The 1-1. High chopper toward the right side of the diamond. Picked up on the hop by Boulware, the second baseman. Makes the throw to first in time to get Darren Baker by a few strides. And that'll do it for the bottom of the 6th. The Gatemen leave 1 stranded in the bottom of the 6th inning, but they take a 2-run lead into the top of the 7th. We'll be right back with the Gatemen on top, 3-1. Stick around.
Northeast Maritime Institute's College of Maritime Science is a proud sponsor of the Wareham Gatemen. If you're looking for a career at sea, look to NMI's program of education, adventure, and employment on northeastmaritime.com, America's premier 2-year maritime college.
This pitching change is brought to you by the Midpoint Country Club. Now pitching number 6, Garrett Irvin from Arizona. The first baseman, number 50, Eric Fogo from Stetson.
Top of the 7th inning from Spillane Field. A cool 68 degrees here in Wareham, Massachusetts. The sky has turned a dark blue. New pitcher in for Wareham. First pitch from the new pitcher, the mystery pitcher, taking over the plate. A fastball, count 0-1 to Eric Fogo. Garrett Irvin, the new pitcher in for Wareham. Just finished off his sophomore year at the University of Arizona. As Eric Fogo swings through a low pitch, count 0-2. Actually, Irvin is transferring to Arizona for the 2020 season for his junior campaign. Pitched at California Community College Athletic Association. And strikes out Eric Fogo looking. 3 pitches to start the night for Irvin. And they're all beautiful. Eric Fogo down on strikes to begin the top of the 7th inning. Noah Dickerson comes to bat, the number 6 batter and the left fielder for the Brewster Whitecaps tonight. The pitch, breaking ball, sits downstairs. 1 ball and no strikes. A 3-1 lead for Wareham. As Irvin misses downstairs once again, falls behind 2-0. Irvin with 15 appearances, started all 15 games he pitched this year. Fastball, misses on the outer half, 3 balls and no strikes. A 10-2 record, a 2.25 ERA at California Community College Athletic Association. The fastball, nips the inner half, 3-1. 96 innings pitched this past season, giving up 73 hits. Only walked 18. Fastball swung right through. He's blowing flat fastballs by batters early on. The velocity certainly ticked up there. And after falling behind 3-0, works the count full. Here comes the 3-2. Fouled away. And Dickerson stays alive. 0 for 2 tonight. Struck out twice. Struck out looking to end the second. Struck out swinging to end the fourth. Be pretty tough to end this inning. Nobody on base. And 1 away. But he swings right through a curveball. And Dickerson strikes out for the 3rd time tonight. Back-to-back strikeouts to begin the night for Irvin. Got Fogo looking, got Dickerson swinging, and nobody on base with 2 away in the top of the 7th. First pitch to Toso is a fastball that paints the inside corner. Count 0-1. Toso 0 for 2 tonight. The 0-1. Fastball over the outside corner. Count 0-2. Irvin in a groove, working quickly. The breaking ball just bends outside, watched by Toso. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Joshua Crouch waits on deck. Irvin back into the windup. The breaking ball bends over the inside corner, but misses on the inner half. Watched again by Toso. 2-2. Nobody on base, 2 away, a 2-run advantage for Wareham. And now Irvin slows down the tempo. Middle infield back, corner infielders also playing back and off the lines. The pitch from Irvin. Fastball skips in the dirt. And the count runs full to the second consecutive batter, 3-2. And Guangarena a little shaken up behind the dish. That ball bounced in front of Guangarena and caught a place that maybe you don't want to be caught.
It's a good way of putting it.
Jonah Carp, Gabe Genovese with you. Bit of a pause in animation right now as Guangarena gets set, talks to the trainers. And the umpire's buying the catcher some time. Nobody on base with 2 away. A 3-1 lead for Wareham. Well, Irvin was working awfully quickly. And now this puts a wrench in his plans and his tempo. All of a sudden, the rhythm no longer there. But just 1 strike away from a 1-2-3 inning. 2 straight strikeouts to be in the top of the 7th. First Fogo, then Dickerson. First one looking, second one swinging. Here's the payoff pitch. Fastball just misses off the outside corner. And Dominic Toso trots down to first base with a 3-2 walk.
The catcher, number 15.
That's one of those I'd love to get an explanation. I thought it might have caught the corner. I don't know if it was a little low. That's a good pitch from Irvin.
I'm going to bring up the number 8 batter, Joshua Crouch. Comes to bat here with a runner on first base and 2 away in the top of the 7th. The pitch. Taken downstairs. Guangarena pops up, but the runner holds at first base. A 1-ball, no strike count to Crouch. Singled with 1 away in the 5th inning, but was left stranded on base. 1 for 2 tonight for the catcher. Left-handed pitcher, right-handed batter. Runner standing on first base with 2 away. Popped up in the air. Shallow right field going back. The second baseman, Darren Baker, called off by Otsuka out in right field. And the Brewster Whitecaps leave a runner stranded on first base as Crouch pops out to end the 7th inning. Well, the top of the 7th. It's now the 7th inning stretch. So we'll take a break. We'll come right back for the bottom of the 7th. Wareham Gatemen will come to bat when we return, leading by 2. Stick around. You're listening to the Gatemen Baseball Network. We'll be right back.
The center fielder, number 51, Matthew Rudin from San Diego State.
Back here on the Gatemen Baseball Network, where the Wareham Gatemen lead the Brewster Whitecaps 3-1 in the bottom of the 7th inning. Opening day for both teams, opening day for the Cape Cod League, and it's 51 against 51 to begin the bottom of the 7th. First pitch is taken over the outside corner of the plate. Count 0-1 to Matt Rudick. Good eye at the dish so far tonight for Rudick. 3 plate appearances, has worked a walk in all 3 appearances. That's pretty impressive. The pitch from Harper skips in the dirt and misses outside.
Just
1 ball and 1 strike.
Just such good discipline at the plate tonight for Rudick. I mean, there's been quite a few pitches like that, balls in the dirt that aren't even close, but he has laid off a couple really close pitches on the just off the outside corner. And he's worked his way on base all 3 times.
Jacob Teeter on deck. Top of the order for Wareham. As Harper misses high, 2 balls and 1 strike. Rudick, Teeter, and Antico, the 3 due up in the bottom of the 7th. Each of the last 4 innings, the Gatemen have gotten the leadoff man on. Looking to continue that trend. As Harper misses outside, it's a 3-1 count. Good hitters count for Rudick. But it's very possible he's not going to lift that bat off his shoulder.
Yeah, he's looking dead red fastball in a place that he loves right now. He's not swinging at anything else.
Nobody on, nobody out. Bottom of the 7th, the pitch. Taking high, a fastball. That's ball 4. 4 walks tonight for Matt Rudick. My goodness. And for the 5th consecutive inning, and for the 6th inning in 7 tries, the Wareham Gatemen have gotten the leadoff man on.
It's unbelievable. It's unreal. I mean, the discipline, just the pitches that he's seen tonight, and he has barely had to do any work. That 3rd at-bat, he fouled off several pitches. It was a very good at-bat, but the other 3, 5, 6 pitch walks.
Well, you want your leadoff man to get on base so you can score some runs, and Matt Rudick saying, nobody can do it better than me. I don't even have to swing the bat. 4 walks tonight for Rudick. He stands on first. Nobody out. Jacob Teeter, the number 2 batter at the plate. 3-1 Wareham. The pitch. Teeter squares to bunt, pulls his bat back, and watches a pitch sit outside. 1 ball and no strikes. 0 for 3 tonight is the first baseman, Teeter. A flyout, a pop out, a strikeout. The strikeout sandwiched in between. Struck out looking back in the 3rd. 1 of 6 for Cam Tringali. Went 4 innings, the starting pitcher for Brewster tonight. Runner takes off. The pitch is lifted in the air, sky to straightaway center field. It's shallow. Closing in is Reback. He's called off by the second baseman, Boulware. Makes the catch, a stumbling catch out in shallow center. As the runner goes back to first, and there's 1 away with a runner on first for the number 3 batter, Mike Antico.
Tough night for Teeter. 3 pop-ups, a strikeout. Hit 1 of those to left fairly well, but he got under all 3 balls that he made contact with tonight.
So Mike Antico will look to take advantage of the leadoff man getting on base for the 5th consecutive inning for Wareham. Leading 3-1 right now in the bottom of the 7th. A lazy throw back to first as Rudick slides back in safely. Antico with a hit in between a strikeout and a flyout. 1 for 3, a single in the 3rd. Cam Guangarena on deck. And another throw back to first. Matt Rudick ran. It was a hit and run play on the Jacob Teeter pop out, but not really threatening all that much standing on first base. Has about a 4-step lead off the bag. And Harper looks in. First pitch to Antico is swung through and missed. Count 0-1.
Don't see him miss on a pitch like that very often. It was a little up, little outside, but he got the fastball he wanted and took a big hack. Hit 386 this past season at St. John's.
Right-handed pitcher, left-handed batter. The pitch ripped to right field, going back to right fielder Gentry, and retreats back, makes the catch on the track, or right in front of the track, as the runner goes back to first base, and there's 2 away for the cleanup batter, Guangarena.
Just unlucky for Antico. He hit that ball right on the sweet spot, and just unfortunate it went right to Gentry. That was, you could argue that was the hardest hit ball we've seen tonight. That was smoked.
A lot of balls hit on the screws tonight for both teams, but a couple great defensive plays made on both sides. Guangarena trying to cash in for his second straight at bat. He's the reason it's a 3-1 Wareham lead right now. Singled on a ball that skipped away from the center fielder Reback to bring home leadoff man Rudick, as the first pitch is taken for a strike right down the middle. Count 0-1. That came back in the 5th inning. Since then, not a whole lot of scoring going on. But a similar scenario as that 5th inning right now. Pitch taken outside, 1-1. That RBI single came on a 2-strike count. Cam Guangarena, 1 for 3 tonight. Ground out, fly out, and an RBI single. Runner on first, 2 away, pitch inside, runner takes off, goes back, throw back to first is not in time. Matt Rudick thought about running, saw the pitch was inside, went back to the first base bag, a snap throw from Crouch, not quite in time. And it's a 2-1 count to Guangarena.
Crouch has got an arm. He hasn't been able to show it off tonight much. A couple snap throws back down to first, but that's it.
The 2-1. High chopper to the right side of the infield. Boulware picks it up, tosses it to first in time to get Guangarena. And that'll do it for the 7th inning. A 3-1 lead for Wareham after 7. When we return for the 8th, Gabe Genovese has the call for the last 2 innings. Let's see if Wareham can pull it out. You don't want to go anywhere. Stick around on the Gatemen Baseball Network. We'll be right back.
For the American Cafe gift certificate, ticket 648-6760. For the Highline Harbor Cruise in Hyannis, ticket 800-0162. For the Highline Canal Cruise for 2, ticket 648-6432. For the Pawtucket Red Sox general admission seats, ticket 800-0504. For the pair Pawtucket Red Sox box seats, ticket 186-484. For the grand prize winner this evening, going home with $172. Ticket 186-650. Once again, that's ticket 186-650. If you're holding any of tonight's winning tickets, claim your prizes at the merchandise booth. And thank you, everyone, for playing tonight's 50-50 raffle. This pitching change is brought to you by the Big Point Country Club, Onset's championship golf course. The new Gatemen pitcher is number 36, Tanner Bippy, from Cal State Fullerton.
We head to the 8th. Gatemen 3, Whitecaps 1. Wareham 6 outs away from a victory here to start the 2019 season. Opening day here in the Cape Cod Baseball League, and Gatemen pitchers have cruised tonight. 1 run on 4 hits for Brewster. Just 1 error committed by the Wareham defense. Brennan Reback leads off the 8th for Brewster, followed by Kobe Bulware and Damon Dews, 9-1-2 hitters. First pitch misses outside, 1-0 to Reback. 4th pitcher of the night as well in for the Gatemen. It's Tanner Bibby. Garrett Irvin's night is done. 1 inning pitched, no runs, 1 walk, 2 Ks. The 1-0. Off speed at the knees, right down the heart of the plate. 1-1. Bibby 6'2", 205-pound righty from Cal State Fullerton. And the 2 Titans teaming up here in the 8th. 1-1, swing and a miss on a curveball. 1-2. Cam Guangarena has been catching this whole game for Wareham. He's still behind the dish. And he'll catch his teammate here in the 8th. The 1-2 from Bibby. Curveball in the dirt. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tanner Bibby just finished up his sophomore campaign with the Titans. 15 starts this past spring. 5-7 with a 4.33 ERA. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Fastball at the knees. 1 away here in the 8th. Gatemen still lead 3-1, and that'll bring up the top of the order in Kobe Bulware.
The second baseman, number 3, Kobe Bulware.
It's the 11th strikeout by the Gatemen pitching staff tonight. And now a quick first pitch to the righty Bulware. Right down the heart of the plate, 0-1. Bibby's ERA was sub-4 his freshman year, 3.86. As the 0-1, a breaking ball down in the dirt, 1-1.
Models his game after Zach Greinke.
1-1, swing and a miss. Filthy curveball, 1-2. Not a bad pitcher to model your game after.
Not at all.
Brewster doesn't have a hit since the middle of the 6th. The 1-2 pitch. Curveball just misses off the outside edge. 2-2.
Bibby notes his favorite food as mac and cheese. So you two have something in common. You like mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese is good. 2-2 flared out into left. Coming on is Antico. He makes the grab. 2 away.
I'll tell you, he makes a good mac and cheese. Mary Chaplin, head of the housing committee.
Very good mac and cheese.
An outstanding mac and cheese.
The shortstop, number 2, Damon Dews.
2 away, top of the 8th. Gatemen 3. Whitecaps 1. Wareham now 4 outs away from an opening day victory. First pitch right down the heart of the plate, 0-1 to the lefty Dews, who's 1 for 3 tonight. Had a single in the 4th in between a strikeout and a ground out to the third baseman Winkler his last time up. The 0-1. Line drive, base hit, right center field. Ranging to his left is Rudick out in center. He'll quickly throw into the second baseman Baker, and it's a 2-out single for Dews. He's got a multi-hit night.
The right fielder, number 28, Tyler Gentry from Alabama.
And let's see if Brewster can get something cooking with 2 outs here in the 8th. Baseball is a funny game. It feels like Wareham has dominated this whole night, but it's just a 2-run ball game, and one swing of the bat can tie this thing up.
Well, Wareham has had ample opportunity on the base paths, but hasn't always been able to cash in that respect.
That was the 5th hit of the night. Now bunt shown foul down the third baseline. 0-1. Tyler Gentry trying to pull a fast one on the Wareham infield. That's Jack Winkler over there at the hot corner. He was playing way behind the bag. And Gentry thought he could bunt for a hit. See if Dews goes, tries to get in scoring position. The 0-1. Chopped toward third. Coming on is Winkler. Fields on a couple of hops. Fires across the diamond in time. Good stretch by Teeter over there at first. And that'll do it in the 8th for Brewster. No runs on 1 hit, 1 left aboard. We head to the bottom of the 8th, 3-1, the Gatemen lead. We'll be right back on the Gatemen Baseball Network.
Wareham House of Pizza has been serving Wareham and Marion for over 40 years with steak and cheese, pizza, and subs. Located in Shaw's Plaza, head on over for pickup or let them deliver to you.
The Gatemen would like to thank Wareham Country Market for helping to feed the Gatemen players and staff after games. They are located about a quarter of a mile from the field on Route 6, offering a convenience store, a Dunkin' Donuts, and a deli.
Attention, please. We have 2 unclaimed prizes from tonight's 50-50 raffle. For the pair of Pawtucket Red Sox box seats, ticket 186484. And for the Highline Harbor Cruise in Hyannis, ticket 800-0162. If you're still holding on to these tickets, your prizes are waiting for you at the merchandise booth.
What up, Jimmy?
Attention, please. A pitching change for the Whitecaps. Now pitching number 52, Jimmy Ramsey from Kentucky.
We head to the bottom of the 8th here at Spillane Field. Opening night in the 2019 Cape Cod League baseball season. And it's Gatemen 3, Whitecaps 1 as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. 5, 6, 7 hitters due up for the Gatemen here in the 8th. And Jimmy Ramsey on to pitch for Brewster. First pitch foul tipped back off the mitt of the catcher Crouch. 0-1. Toro Tsuka to the plate. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout looking today. He replaced DJ Poteet in the 5th inning. Tsuka 5'10", 180-pound junior. Just finished up his sophomore campaign at San Diego in the West Coast Conference. The pitch. Foul tipped once again. 0-2.
Not the sophomore year that Ramsey would have wanted. A 7.26 ERA through 57 innings pitched. 68 strikeouts against 21 walks.
The 0-2. Way up high and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the lefty Otsuka, who had 287 at San Diego this past season. 49 hits, 10 of them extra base hits for Otsuka. The pitch. Fouled off behind home plate once again. We stay at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Rain starts to fall here at Spillane Field. It's been sprinkling for an inning or two, but starting to fall a little harder here in the bottom of the 8th.
We feared this might be a case, but the rain coming a little bit later than anticipated tonight, allowing us to play into inning number 8.
The 1-2. Breaking ball in the outside corner, strike 3. Otsuka not happy with himself. He's 0 for 2 with a couple of backwards Ks. 1 down here in the bottom of the 8th. Gatemen 3, Whitecaps 1. And you said it. The good news is we're already in the bottom of the 8th as the rain starts to really fall.
And credit the Wareham faithful for sticking around as much as they can. Some came prepared with umbrellas and rain jackets.
Check swing, ground ball found on the first baseline. 0-1 to Winkler, who replaced Chad Stevens in the 6th inning. Winkler, his first at-bat in the CCBL, singled to lead off the 6th inning and then went nowhere, got stranded on first. He bats from the right side against the righty Ramsey. The pitch. Fastball misses outside, 1-1. Winkler hit 300 for San Francisco this season. Honorable mention, all conference in the West Coast Conference. The 1-1. Breaking ball high. 2 balls and a strike. You started to mention some about Jimmy Ramsey, the 7.26 ERA. The bright spot was only 21 walks, 68 strikeouts for Ramsey. He does have punch-out stuff. The 2-1. Flared foul on the first baseline, 2-2.
By the way, we are a 3-person broadcast booth. Our sideline reporter, Addison Van Patten, who will be with us all summer. With our technical difficulties all night, unfortunately, we couldn't get her on the broadcast, but she sacrificed her computer to bring you guys this broadcast visually. And we are very grateful. Her computer is sitting outside, now in the rain.
The 2-2. Just misses outside, full count. And we'll go ahead and give the fair warning now if, the visual becomes a wall or the back of our press box, we apologize. We'll have to pull her computer and save her computer, but the audio will continue. 3-2, chopped foul. We'll do 3-2 all over again. Luckily, it's pretty much a straight down rain. There's no wind blowing it back toward us. And now the 3-2 from Ramsey. Chopped down the third base line, just foul. The backhanded play was made by Toso, but that ball lands about a foot foul, and we'll do 3-2 once again.
And now the rain coming down a whole lot harder than it was a few seconds ago. Hate to keep bringing that back into the conversation, but the downpour is beginning.
Of course, in the bottom of the 8th, this game will count. No matter if they call it or not. Whether we get through the 9th, I should say. 3-2, swing and a miss, strike 3, 2 down. And we are going to go ahead and pull the laptop right now. And we'll continue with audio only as we try to get through this 8th and 9th. Swing and a miss by Chad Stevens there. Count now 0-1. Excuse me. Quentin Selma. Selma 0 for 3 today. A couple of strikeouts and a fly out to left field. Now the 0-1 misses low and in. 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1. Popped foul out of play on the third base line. 1 ball and 2 strikes. To Quentin Selma, the DH tonight. Rain, and more rain here at Spillane Field. We'll see if they call this game after this last out. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That ball did bounce in the dirt, and Selma is tagged out. So that's the end of 8. We head to the 9th. The Gatemen 3 outs away from a victory. We'll see if we play it. We'll be right back on the Gatemen Baseball Network.
Soft as a Grape has 10 retail locations on Cape Cod. So even when you're cheering on your Gatemen at any away games, stop into a Soft as a Grape store for the best Cape Cod products. No trip to the Cape is complete without a trip to Soft as a Grape.
Struggling with changes in mood, sleep, stress, or a sense of hopelessness? Finding it hard to be the man you want to be? Get the information and tools you need for mental, emotional, and relationship health at massmen.org. Courage starts with the first step. The designated hitter, number 53, TJ.
We head to the 9th. Gatemen 3, Whitecaps 1. Tanner Bybee on for the 9th, and he'll have a chance for a 6-out save if he can close out this ball game. Gatemen have been holding on to a 3-1 lead ever since the 5th inning. First pitch misses, 1-0. TJ Collette, Eric Fago, and Noah Dickerson, the 4-5-6 hitters, due up for Brewster as the 1-0 just misses low. 2 balls and no strikes. Once again, we apologize for the no video feed here in the 9th. Just the technical difficulties all night long, but we had to bring our laptop inside due to the rain. 2-0 pitch, misses just outside. 3-0.
And we certainly appreciate those who are sticking around watching the broadcast.
100%. Not to keep harping on it, but we will have a much better broadcast throughout the season. The 3-0 catches the outside corner at 3-1, and I don't mean us. I mean, we will have a 3, 4, 5 camera setup for the majority of home games this season. 3-1 pitch, swing and a miss, fastball on the outside edge. 3-2.
I'd like to think that we'd get better as the season goes along.
But we're just having some technical difficulties all day today, all afternoon, all through the evening. This rain doesn't help either. The 3-2, flared foul, out of play on the third base line. 1 run on 5 hits tonight for Brewster. 3 runs on just 4 hits for the Gatemen tonight, but walks and hit by pitches have really helped wear him out. As that one's popped foul, out of play on the third base line again. We'll do 3-2 all over again. The Gatemen have left 7 runners on base. And there are 3 runs. Brewster's only left 5 on. The 3-2 from Bybee. Down low in the dirt, ball 4, and Brewster with the tying run to the plate here in the 9th.
Well, even with the rain, this game's not over.
Not at all.
Number 50, Eric Falco from Stetson.
I mean, the rain would have had to keep up really, really bad for them to call this due to the fact that it's only a 3-1 game.
Yeah.
Eric Fago to the plate now for Brewster. First pitch to the righty. Breaking ball misses just low, 1-0. Fago 0 for 3 tonight. Grounded out to the third baseman at the time, Stevens, in the 2nd inning. Did reach on an error by Stevens in the 4th, and then struck out looking his last time up in the 7th. The 1-0. Breaking ball on the outside corner, 1-1. Bybee sets at the letters. The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss and a curveball down low. 1-2. Man, that's a good pitch. Fago dropped to a knee.
It's always encouraging for a pitcher when you get great spin on a breaking ball in the rain.
The
You maintain
1-2.
that grip.
Ground ball towards short. A chance to turn two. The flip to Baker at second. Over to first to double play. Wesniak to Baker to Teeter. 6-4-3. 2 down here in the ninth. And Wareham's 1 out away from a victory.
Well, just your textbook double play. And the Wareham Gatemen fighting off the rain, fighting off the elements late in this ball game. And going through that textbook, picture perfect.
Got a pinch hitter for Brewster now to end this game. Tyler Hardman from Oklahoma to hit. First pitch to him, hit pretty well into center, but straight to Rudick, and that'll be the ball game. The Gatemen win 1-0 on this 2019 season. Wareham 3, Brewster 1. The final. 1 run on 5 hits for Brewster tonight. 3 runs on 4 hits for the Gatemen. And just a marvelous pitching performance from the Gatemen pitching staff tonight. Started with Elder to Torres to Irvin to Bibby. And the Gatemen are 1-0 here in 2019.
Well, Bryce Elder set the tone tonight. 10 up, 10 down is how this ball game began for the Wareham starter. And perhaps set the tone for this season. If this is anything like last year, if the Gatemen are going to make a big run in the postseason, if they're on a quest for title number 2 in 2 years, then pitching might be the key factor. It was the factor that led to a title a year ago. It was the factor that led to a win tonight. Let's see if it keeps up all season long.
We're going to take one more short break, do a quick post-game show. We'll be right back on the Gatemen Baseball Network. Final score tonight, Gatemen 3, Whitecaps 1, Wareham's 1-0 to begin the 2019 season. Brewster 0-1, and the Gatemen win their season opener for the second straight year. They were 2-4 in the last 6 years, but they win here tonight against Brewster. 3 runs on 4 hits, 1 error, 7 left on base for the Gatemen tonight, and 1 run on 5 hits, 1 error, 5 left on base for the Whitecaps. Jonah Karp, just your final thoughts, my friend.
Well, I think the number that I'm going to circle for Wareham is, the pitching was dominant, but those 7 left on base, that's a pretty big number, especially when you get the leadoff man on in 5 straight innings, and in 6 of the 8 innings you come to bat. That can't happen all season. If you continue to do that, that's not going to lead to too many wins. You put up a 3 spot tonight. That proved to be enough because the pitching was dominant. I'm not so sure that that's going to be a recipe for success moving forward, but if the pitching is anything like tonight, the Gatemen are going to have a pretty darn good season.
And the pitching was very, very dominant. It started with Bryce Elder, the Texas Longhorn. 4 innings pitched, 2 hits, 1 run given up, no walks, 6 strikeouts. He retired the first 10 he faced tonight. He was perfect through 3 and a third. Eric Torres came in, pitched 2 innings, gave up just 2 hits, no walks, 2 Ks, and Torres gets the win tonight. He is 1-0 on this 2019 season. Garrett Irvin replaced him. He pitched an inning, gave up no runs, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts, and Tanner Bybee gets the 6-out save for Wareham. 2 innings pitched, 1 hit given up, no runs, 1 walk, 1 K, and he shut the door on Brewster. Got a key 6-4-3 double play in that 9th inning as Wareham, goes to 1-0 on this 2019 season. Brewster falls to 0-1. What are you looking forward to tomorrow, my friend?
Game number 2 of the season. Off to a good start, despite fighting the elements, but sometimes those are the best kinds of wins, when you fight off the elements and you still pull out a victory. Game number 2. Now the question turns to, can this team win on the road? We'll find out tomorrow.
We will find out tomorrow at Falmouth tomorrow are the Gatemen. That's a 6 o'clock first pitch. We will hopefully have a pregame show for you and be on the air just a little bit before that. 6 o'clock first pitch tomorrow at Falmouth. Once again, your happy final. Gatemen 3, Whitecaps 1, and Wareham's 1-0 to begin the 2019 season. We'll talk to you just before 6 o'clock tomorrow from Falmouth. So long from Spillane Field.